All right, let's check out what Dr. Mike has to say.
Did you know that there's some evidence showing that when you brush your teeth, you might also be taking care of your heart?
Look, I think this is valid. The oral systemic link has been something we've known about for more than 100 years. And what that means is that oral hygiene is predictive for cardiovascular risk. So people with poor oral hygiene have increased risk of heart attack and stroke. People with good oral hygiene have less incidence of heart attack and stroke. So what's the mechanism of action?
Researchers have seen some connections between the health of your mouth and the cardiovascular system. There have actually been several theories put forth that could explain this correlation, including specific bacteria typically found in the mouth being found in blood vessels far away from the mouth.
He talks about bacteria and bacterial translocation. So this was first an observation back, I think, in the early 1900s, where people who had sudden cardiac death, upon autopsy, you would find oral pathogens in the actual plaque that led to death. So the thought was there's translocation of pathogenic bacteria that when it becomes systemic, you get activation of LPS, which is lipopolysaccharide. It increases inflammation, plaque instability, plaque rupture, and then obviously that bacterium is found in the actual clot that caused the heart attack and the death. And that's why oral care is so important, and that's why dentists are concerned about bleeding gums. Because if you have gums that are bleed, then obviously the bacteria, the mouth is full of bacteria. You get translocation of bacteria into the blood. It goes systemic, causes inflammation, and that's what leads to heart attack and stroke.
Another study out of South Korea that followed a large group of people over a long period of time linked proper teeth brushing with lower rates of heart failure and a heart arrhythmia known as atrial fibrillation. While it's not true causation, I think it presents another really strong case to take care of your smile.
So I think that's part of the problem.
Okay.
What we've discovered really over the past 10 to 15 years is the oral systemic link, the increased risk of heart attack and stroke is the lack of nitric oxide producing bacteria. So it's really oral dysbiosis. So the bleeding gums is a problem because you get translocation of the bacteria. But I think more importantly is if you lead to dysbiosis by using mouthwash, killing the bad guys, but also killing the good guys, shuts down nitric oxide production, causes vasoconstriction, causes an increase in blood pressure, causes an increase in inflammation, and basically you're activating the same pathway. So now what we learned is it's not just managing the pathogenic bacteria in the oral cavity, but it's really supporting a healthy microbiome. Because what we're finding is if you maintain a good, healthy, diverse oral microbiome, the good guys keep the bad guys at bay. And I think, brushing, supporting the microbiome, good oral hygiene, supports nitric oxide production, and basically promotes cardiovascular health. So to me, that's really the complete story of the oral systemic link. Managing the bad bacteria, supporting the good bacteria, maintaining optimal nitric oxide production, and you basically can eliminate the onset and progression of cardiovascular disease.
That's good. That's good. Well, if you learned anything, make sure to like and subscribe for future updates. Also, leave in the comments other videos or topics that you'd like us to review, and stay tuned.
Thanks.